Hi guys, I want to do a series on my channel reviewing my friends and family's favorite books. I'm starting off with my grandma's favorite book. It is Gone with the Wind, and it is written by Margaret Mitchell. I actually ended up listening to this book. It's just a lot more time efficient for me. It was narrated by, I have it right here, Linda Stevens. So let's just hop right in. I'll give you guys a little bit of backstory. My grandma watched this movie and she liked the movie so much that my great grandma, Mary, she went to the library and got the book for her. And she read it at like 9 years old. I mean, this thing is hefty. So reading definitely is a big theme in my family. And in, I think it was, 1981, February 15th. Oh, my mom's birthday. So this book has been in my family for a very long time. I did read parts of it, but mostly I listened to it just for the time efficiency. This book covers a span of 12 years of Scarlett's life. It is before, during, and after the Civil War and her experiences and her drive to survive. Pretty much throughout the whole book. Scarlett, she is selfish, she's vain, she's just not a good person. I don't know how Margaret could write such a good book about such a shitty character. I mean, she's manipulative and she will do anything to get what she wants. And in those times and in that era, it was not normal for a woman to have such a strong work drive. I mean, it was even frowned upon to show math skills. So for her to try to work as a man, like later on in the book, she's very much judged upon. Now, this book is also a love story as well. Well, kind of, but she's obsessed with a character named Ashley, and Ashley is married to Melanie. Now there's another character named Rhett Butler, which I actually kind of love. Rhett, I'm a big fan, and she just treats him like shit. Even with Scarlett's shallowness and her vainness, she is naive in a lot of ways, like her obsession with Ashley. I don't know why or how she even fathoms that she'll have a chance with this man. I mean, one, he's married, and two, he is very, very, very strict on honor. So she's just naively in love with this idea of this man and not really in love with the man himself. I mean, even her father in the book references to like Mary's like, and that's kind of how it worked back then. And she was just not for it. And for Rhett to stick through everything that he has for her, it just infuriates me how she could be so manipulative and cold. I mean, even in the book, it describes how she feels towards her own son and her best friend, Melanie. She's just so cold, driven. Like her survival mode throughout the book stripped away all emotion for her. I feel like she only has two emotions: greediness and surviving. I was so conflicted through this whole book. Like, I read a review on Goodreads, and she was saying how she didn't know whether she wanted to keep and love the book or if she just wanted to burn it. And I resonated with that so much. I hate that I like this book because it's just sad. You get sad and then sadder and then saddest. Like, normally there's a little bit of happy somewhere, but not with this book. Okay, I'm going to talk to you guys like you've all read this book or at least seen the movie. Tell me how you guys feel the book ended. I actually really liked the ending. Now, it made my gut kind of twist because I don't like hearing reading a sad ending or an ending that doesn't have full closure. Like, I like the happily ever afters, but this one does not have that. And I think throughout all the characterization through the book for Scarlet, I think it's the perfect ending because it leaves you wondering. Like, you think about it after, like, what happens to Scarlet after? Because throughout the whole book, she is obsessed with Ashley. And she didn't even get a taste of Ashley. But with Rhett, I mean, they married, they had kids. Rhett loved her son as his own. And they had a daughter. So I think now that she knows what love actually is, I don't think Rhett's ever going to get rid of her. So at the end of the book, when she just puts her head up high and goes to Tara, to figure herself out and figure out the next step, she is so driven to get what she wants. I think that if the story were to have continued, she would have... Sorry, Rhett, you're not getting rid of her. There's no sayonara. There's no I'm running away. Like, he even said that he is going to have to come back to show appearances because, he knows she won't go through with the divorce. So that's just my opinion. I liked the end. I know a lot of people haven't liked the end, but I do. I mean, good on Rhett. Like, you need to stand up for your worth. And I think he does. Especially after all the loss that he's been through, too. I think he just kind of realized, like, he's wasting his time. She is obsessed with another man, and she could eventually have a shot with him. In his mind, this is what he's thinking. So I think he has no luck at getting rid of her. They're stuck. I think they could have been together. And that's another thing that infuriates me. They could have been so good together. Like, really? I don't know. That pissed me off. Even from the first time they met, I was like, oh, look, there's chemistry there. And I just never would have thought the book could have developed like that. Speaking of development, the characterization development through this whole book is amazing. I got attached to all of the main characters. I mean, it's just so good. The way that it's built, the backstory, the history in the book, just all of it, I think, was amazing. And I'm not a history buff, so I don't know how accurate the history is in the book, but it does, it is written way back when, so I know some of it's got to be accurate. I think everyone should read it. I still am conflicted. I don't know if I want to burn it or keep it. I mean, I can't burn this copy because it's been in my family since 1981. I mean, come on, that book's older than me. So we're keeping it, I guess. Well, Grandma, if you're watching this, we will sit down sometime in the next week or two to watch this movie together because I still haven't seen the movie. So that can be like our little bonding date. I'll leave the kids here with the husband. So if you enjoyed this video of me reviewing my grandma's favorite book or just want to have some conversation about it, write down in the comments. Don't forget to give a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe. I hope you guys have a fantastic day and bye. What doing?
Just coming out.
Why?
Huh?
Why?
Am I supposed to stay locked up in the room?
Yeah, normally you just go to bed.
What?
Normally you just go to bed. You make me shy.
You too. I'm trying to not bother you when you're doing your thing. I'm just a ghost passing by.
I love my husband.